to say he's one of the very best in the business today.
Sure right.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a rock and roll performance by Mr. Skip Stewart and the aircraft he calls Prometheus. Into knife edge flight, ladies and gentlemen, Skip Stewart holding that aircraft literally on a prop. His feet right there, keeping Prometheus in the skies, just a few feet above the ground.
Y'all packed up? Great.
Skip Stewart snapping on the way up, showing us a beautiful paint scheme. It looks like a hot rod in the sky. Skip practices tirelessly in the custom airplane he built himself to ensure the highest level of safe entertainment. He's been featured on the Today Show, Good Morning America, and magazines, including Plane and Pilot, Smithsonian Air and Space, and Sports Illustrated. On the deck, ladies and gentlemen, pulls on the stick. About 4 to 5 teams of force pushing it down to the chair as he goes across the top. Watch now, he snaps the aircraft on the It's partly Pitts and partly Skip Stewart. Starting line is the Pitts S2S Skip modified Prometheus, become the air show machine he envisioned. The aircraft looks like an American hot rod, with the horsepower increased to 400, a massive 3-bladed prop, and a rate of climb of 4,000 feet per minute. As he comes back down, you'll notice he's upside down. Off the top. Watch now as he gets to the top, and there's 1, 2, 3. Snaps across the top. Skip completes the triple avalanche loop. Snapping the aircraft on the vertical upline and getting the power and the performance as he holds the aircraft on the front. Literally no airspeed. Right back down on the deck, and yeah, when we talk about on the deck, we do mean that. He comes across the top, snaps the aircraft on the vertical upline again. Watch now as the aircraft comes across the top. Heads back down, building up airspeed as he comes in from the left. On the prop. Look at this, the aircraft slowing down, and then he pulls back on the stick. We want to encourage you to become a friend with Skip on Facebook. Watch this. They're coming across the sky. It looks like the aircraft is out of control. As he pulls the aircraft back down. Again, a 400 horsepower engine. Giving this aircraft a maximum speed of 300 miles an hour. This is an all-muscle biplane. Snapping the aircraft again as he comes down the 45-degree line into the inverted again. Now, I want you to look very carefully, because out on the runway out there are some above the ground, just feet above the runway here at Corpus Christi. Watch as he comes all the way in a micro loop. Look at that. Let the aircraft slow way down, way down. On a warm day like today, some of our pilots can lose up to 4 to 5 pounds of just water weight alone. There's no air conditioning in these cockpits. They're in there cooking with the rest of us. As he comes across the top, Skip brings the aircraft down the 45-degree line just that quickly. Again, right back down on the deck. keep an eye on Skip. The poles are up in the air. We're talking only a few feet. You can see one off to the left, there's one in the middle, and one off to our right. Again, we're only talking maybe 20 feet off the ground, if that. Watch as Skip now brings Prometheus back around from the right. Keep an eye on this. Again, Skip's got a very small target to hit. It's a very thin ribbon across the lines, across the runway. Watch as he brings the aircraft down. Kind of sizes it up. Again, with what you're about to see, not many performers in the air show industry will even attempt a ribbon cut this low to the ground. All right, keep an eye now on Stewart as he gets ready to bring the aircraft back around again. I think he's afraid of heights, personally, because he never gets very high off the ground when he flies. All right, keep an eye on him. He's accelerating. This is the first pass. Watch this. Skip brings it right down again. The ribbon is just only feet above the ground. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Here he comes. Watch this. He went underneath it. Unbelievable. He went underneath number 2. And underneath number 3. Just feet above the ground. Ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Unbelievable. He didn't even hit those ribbons yet. That is what I'm talking about. That man doesn't like to get very high off the ground. But keep an eye on him. He's not done. All right. Ribbon off to the right. Skip brings Prometheus back around from the right this time. Again, operating just feet above the ground. And when you're that close to the ground, you can't afford to make a single mistake. All right, here we go. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. He's not right side up. He's upside down. Just feet above the ground. There's 1, 2, and 3. He got all 3 in one pass. Inverted, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Skip Stewart, what do you think of that? Fantastic flying. I told you, you won't want to keep your eyes anywhere else but in the sky, as Skip really knows how to light it up. Incredible performance. Not only flying underneath them, but catching all 3 inverted just feet above the ground. Get your cameras ready as he approaches from the left this time. Again, right down on the deck. Watch. He'll take that aircraft. Just feet up. You couldn't step, you couldn't walk underneath this plane right now. He'd smack you. That's how low he is. He pulls up the aircraft. He gets in quickly. Right in the knife edge. Showing you the power and the professionalism of Mr. Skip Stewart. Back around from the right this time. The nose comes down. You can get a wind up. Speed building up. Prometheus is an amazing aircraft, and hopefully you get a chance to get a close-up look at it. Snapping on the vertical upline again. Again, just showing you that straight level is really not in his vocabulary when it comes to flying. Back down. Coming in from the left this time. Now keep an eye on the aircraft, because he's a knife-edge flight right now. Still coming down, bringing the aircraft down. Again, the wings are doing absolutely nothing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Skip Stewart showing us how it's done. Skip Stewart again, right back down on the deck. There'll be some mosquitoes out there for a few days. Watch as he comes in from the left again. Let's get your cameras ready for a final pass. A one-of-a-kind pilot, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have him here this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Skip Stewart. of Mr. Skip Stewart. Literally one of the premier air show pilots in the industry today. And we've had an incredible run of some incredible talent here today at the 2025 Wing Service South Texas Air Show, being presented by Thomas J. Henry Law.
119.4 for Corpus direct cloud flash. See you in a couple weeks, guys. Thanks, great seeing you again.